Hello and welcome to Food Beautiful Food, the programme that aims to keep your hair shining, your skin glowing and your teeth sparkling.
Lesley and I are going to share our recipes for mint, lemon and honey to detox your skin and body both inside and out.
I'm going to help you detox your body by cooking Romero peppers and Greek star fruit salad, a lemon and pine nut pasta and a tabbouleh with lots of mint.
I'll be showing you how honey can be used to deep clean and detox your skin, how lemon and sugar can be used for a styling lotion, and how you can keep your teeth looking dazzling white.
So stay tuned as we reveal the secrets of Food Beautiful Food. Nadine and I are going to be using foods which help detox the body. So later on, my first recipe, I'm going to be using lots of fruit and vegetables which are full of fibre and vitamins.
Absolutely. They help detox your liver as well.
All right.
But in the meantime, I'm going to use honey. And the important thing about honey is it's a natural detoxifier for the skin. And I bet you didn't know this.
No, I didn't.
It has healing properties and it's got gentle antiseptic properties as well. So if you've got problem skin, slightly outbreaks, then you can use it to detox your skin in a simple cleanser.
Would you use an organic honey?
Very important point actually. It's very important if you use any foods on your skin, try to make them as organic as possible because then you avoid all the petrochemicals that you don't want going into your skin. It's also the reason that Cleopatra bathed in it. She's not a fool, you know. She was considered the most beautiful woman in the world because she used honey.
She got that tip from me, actually.
Of course. Now, it's a really simple thing to do. You need 3 tablespoonfuls of runny honey. It has to be runny because it's easier to apply to your skin. And then you literally need probably about 1/4 of a jug of warm water. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these across and give somebody a detox facial.
Good.
See you in a minute.
See you in a bit.
Hello, Vikki.
Hello.
Now, if I put that water down there, I'm going to start with the honey. Now, you've got fairly good skin. Do you have an occasional breakout or not?
Occasional, yeah.
Okay, well, this is the perfect treatment for you then. As I said, simple, straightforward, runny honey. And I know it sounds like an incredibly sticky, messy thing to do, but you literally apply it to your skin. And what I'm going to do is I'm just very lightly going to paint it over Vikki's skin. You can try this at home. I mean, who hasn't got honey in their food cupboard for a start? And although this is going to start out being very sticky and very messy, when you put water onto it, it actually dissolves the sugar in it. And then it releases the active properties, those healing antibiotic properties I was telling you about. Right, just quickly over your forehead and then we're ready to get to work. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a face massage as well for Vikki at the same time. Can I ask you a favour? Would you hold that? Now this is nice and warm, I promise. And then what you do is you start to massage it into your skin. Now the massage is just as important actually as the honey itself. Can you feel that's getting slightly less sticky?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sure that's a relief for you.
It is.
It will come off really easily. Okay, now so the water is dissolving the sugar. It's making the honey runny and it's giving you a lovely base for a massage. And what you do is you do overlapping small circles and that boosts the circulation and really gets the honey into your pores. Keep applying water, so you keep dissolving the sugar over the nose, round under the eyes. And actually I have to say Vikki's got beautifully smooth skin anyway. And within 2 or 3 minutes what happens is all the antibacterial properties get to work and you literally rinse it off with water. And then you come back and your skin will be smooth, glowing, but more importantly, it will be deep down clean. So after massaging the honey into your skin with the warm water for 2 minutes, you literally rinse it off really well with warm water and your skin should feel not only really smooth but deep down clean. How does your skin feel?
It does feel really, really clean and soft as well.
And it looks really healthy as well. But it's also a really easy recipe to try at home, so do make an effort to try it. Now, Lesley, what are you cooking in the kitchen?
Well, I'm going to do sweet Romero peppers, which I love because because they are sort of longer, they cook much quicker than what you would normally roast a normal pepper, but they're also sweeter.
And the flesh is more delicate, isn't it, as well? It's less chewy.
Absolutely.
I always pick these peppers when I go to the
I think they're lovely. They're
supermarket.
really lovely and sweet, and they're lovely to roast whole. What you want to do is just make a cut down the centre. All right, this looks really quite a fun way of doing them. Open them out and then just give them a quick wash. There you go, you can give them a quick wash and just get rid of those.
So you just want to get the seeds out the middle,
I just want to get the seeds out really gently. Now, I'm going to stuff these with some little cherry tomatoes. Just stick them in a bowl. And you can put spices or chilli in, but I'm just going to put garlic. Stick the peppers, just put them onto here, that'd be great. So I'm just going to crush the garlic. I don't believe in garlic crushers. I don't get on with them.
Who are you imagining that is when you're doing that, Lesley?
I can't say.
But my name springs to mind.
Never, never, never. Okay, so I'm just going to just roughly chop this. You want this to be quite sort of chunky, this garlic. And of course, garlic is a great thing to eat, isn't it?
It contains something called allicin, which is a natural antibiotic. So it's actually really good if you've got a cold or, you know, you're just feeling a bit under the weather. It's actually been linked to reducing incidences of heart disease and high blood pressure as well.
It's great stuff.
And it tastes good.
And it tastes great. So once you've got your peppers, put them into a roasting tin, preferably one that's non-stick, and then take some lovely olive oil and just put that over your little cherry tomatoes, and then just take them and just stuff them in. Yeah, stuff them in whole, because these lovely little cherry tomatoes have got really delicate skins.
Well, it's like that fabulous quotation, life's too short to stuff a mushroom. You've just started a new one now, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you then put them in the oven. My favourite temperature, gas mark 6, for about 30 to 40 minutes until they're cooked all the way through. Yeah. So that then happens, and if I can just give that to you to put on the table there, I'll show you the ones which are
cooked. They look gorgeous.
And just get a big sort of fish slice underneath them and place them onto. You can serve these warm, hot or cold even, so they could be served as a salad. If I just give that to you, Nadine, if you my
so I'm doing the washing up later.
You're doing the, yeah, absolutely. And I'm just going to finish these off because I have a real thing about pine nuts. I love pine nuts. Toasted pine nuts over the top, like that. And also some basil. And don't chop your basil, because if you chop your basil, you just lose all the flavour. Just tear it. You want it nice and rustic, lovely green basil over the top, and then finish off with some extra virgin olive oil. And of course, my favourite thing in the world, some black pepper. Go on, go for it.
Can I?
Absolutely.
The finishing touch?
Really lovely, really simple. And you can just serve that with some olive bread, which can be warm, yeah, straight out the oven. So that's that, very, very simple. Now, fruit salad, people often say to me, you know, I'm really bored of fruit salad, and this is a fun way to do a fruit salad, you know, at a supper party, or if you just want to do something a little bit different. First of all, take some crushed ice, and I do this on a big sort of platter, and then put it onto a plate. Yeah.
So this is going to be a real centrepiece, isn't it? I can tell.
That's right. And if you want to be naughty, I actually sometimes, this is the way I've had this served in Greece. I thought it was a really lovely way to serve fruit. So we've got our fruit here, which is quite chunky, which you can just then lift onto the ice. And obviously what the ice does is it chills the fruit.
And would you just concentrate on seasonal fruits?
Yeah, I mean, concentrate on the fruits. I mean, let's face it, you can buy things sort of all year round now. But yeah, obviously
they always
taste
best in season though, don't they?
Absolutely. So we've got figs there, going on there. And also what I like to finish it off with is just a nice squeeze of lemon over the top. So you get some lemon juice over there. And of course you could have a little pot of honey there if you wanted to on the side. But it's a really lovely way to serve fruit, and you can finish it off with a sprig of mint. There you go. Our next shared ingredient is going to be mint, and I'm going to make a really tangy mint tabbouleh.
And I'm going to use it to make a whitening and breath-freshening mouthwash and treat. And you'll notice there's an obsession at the moment with white teeth. How white can your teeth go? Very expensive treatments, but I'm going to show you how to prevent your teeth from actually staining with tea and coffee and cigarettes by using a really simple treat. Then we're going to finish off with a mouth-freshening mint wash.
Wow.
Such an easy recipe to do. You'll notice 2 common ingredients in toothpaste at the moment, one of which is bicarbonate of soda, the other which is mint, and we're going to combine the two. Such an easy tooth whitening paste. What you do is you mix half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda.
What does the bicarb do?
It literally fizzes up in your mouth, so it makes a much more refreshing treat, but also it counteracts the acids in your mouth which cause tooth decay.
Okay.
And half a teaspoon of table salt. It's got to be finely ground table salt. You don't want anything too coarse because that would abrade the teeth too much. But that gives just enough gritty texture to actually take the stains off your teeth.
Yeah, you wouldn't want coarse sea salt in there, would you?
Certainly wouldn't, no. That's okay for exfoliating your skin, but not your teeth. And then you mix it together and you end up with a tooth powder, a good old-fashioned tooth powder. And then to finish the treatment off, you need some mint tea. Now what we've got is we've got quite a strong mint tea here, which is actually made with tea bags. There's nothing wrong with doing that at all. But just to give it a little bit more freshness, we're going to add some fresh mint there. And you steep that around and then literally pour it. It's not too hot because you're going to rinse your mouth with it. Pour it out. And the combination of the two is a great breath freshener. Now I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go over and meet somebody and I'll see you later.
All right.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
How do you think of this? What do you think of this? This is going to be a good treat for you.
Okay, excellent.
Let me pass you this and this to begin with. Now tell me.
Thank you.
Do you smoke?
Occasionally.
Okay. And what does your dentist say about your teeth? Do they need whitening?
Yeah, I mean, my treatments with the dentist are necessary, I think.
And that you often have teeth whitening. Well, this is a good
Yeah.
way of preventing spending a fortune at the dentist having your teeth whitened. Dip your brush in there. That's just water. Now dab it in my famous teeth whitening paste.
Okay.
Brush your teeth and tell me what you think. Now, literally, the little grains of salt, just scrape the surface of your teeth. They get rid of cigarette stains, red wine, coffee, red peppers, all the things actually that stain your teeth. What do you think?
It's
Speaking with his mouth full.
it's different to an ordinary tooth.
It's
you know,
grittier,
cleaning.
isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, we'll finish there. And then put the brush in there. That's it, thank you. Rinse that out. And tell me what you think of the mouthwash as well.
Okay.
Now that's an efficient mouthwashing.
Yeah, good.
Yeah? Do your teeth feel clean?
I can definitely taste the mint
Good.
and the abrasion. Yeah, I definitely like.
And it leaves your mouth really fresh, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Good, thank
Feels
you.
good.
Now stay with us because after the break we're going to be using mint in a delicious tabbouleh salad. Welcome back. Before the break, I created a freshening mouthwash with mint. And did you know that the Greeks actually used it to cure hiccups? What are you going to use it for?
Too much alcohol. I'm going to use it to make one of my favourite salads, tabbouleh, which, unfortunately, a lot of the time when you get tabbouleh, it's all crap wheat and not enough herbs. But a really good tabbouleh is really mostly herbs.
And it's served cold, isn't it? It's like a salad.
It's served cold, and the main herb featuring is mint. And apparently there are 30 different species of mint, most common being peppermint and spearmint. But mint is the main ingredient, parsley and lemon juice. So it's really, really fresh. But the first thing we're going to look at is the bulgur wheat. Now here it is in its sort of dried state. Bulgur wheat is a cracked wheat, so it's a wheat that is sort of semi-processed. It cracks by being boiled, so it absorbs moisture and then it's dried again. And then to sort of rehydrate it, you pour cold water over it. Now you can stir fry cracked wheat with olive oil and herbs and have it hot. But probably the most common way is to have it in something like a tabbouleh salad. And you just pour cold water over it and leave it for 10 minutes and then you're ready to use it. So it's really simple. Here's the stuff that's ready. If I just show that to you, you can see that it's swollen up, yeah? Or swelled up. And what I want you to do is just to drain off the excess water in there.
Okay.
And then we're going to get it really lovely and dry. So if I give you some kitchen paper, you can just sit that in the bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just put
it back in.
Put it back
on the
in.
top?
Yeah, just
okay.
that's it. Just to sort of absorb the water.
Fine, okay.
Now this is when the herb chopping comes in. What I've got here is a lot of mint. You really do need a lot of mint. And once again, we're not going to over chop the mint, because if you over chop herbs, especially what I call soft herbs, things like basil and coriander, it just completely, you lose all the flavour.
Why is that?
Well, because if you think about it, if you over chop it, all the flavour's going into the chopping board, all the juice comes out, yeah?
And I guess you know you've over chopped it when you've left a green stain on your chopping
Yeah,
board.
I remember at college we used to chop parsley to death. It was like thin dust. We would then squeeze it in muslin over it, you know, all the juice would go down the tap. You'd have this dust that would go over everything and it tasted nothing. So think of herbs more like the main ingredients, yeah? That's the important thing.
Because this is how it's used in the Middle East as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
It's almost the main salad ingredient. Isn't something you just put a sprig on top of,
And
is it?
that's really how herbs should be used. So once you've got your herbs chopped, then what you want to do is start to add everything. So get yourself a big mixing bowl, and then you just want to you just want to add your cracked wheat. Yeah, so that's nice and dry. Then add your mint, lots of it, and your parsley. Then some tomatoes. I don't often skin tomatoes, but for this I would do.
Okay.
Just makes it taste better. And some red onion. And I think we've got everything there except for our lemon. We need lots of lemon, so get squeezing.
Me as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really lots of lemon. Don't worry about pips going in.
You sure?
Yeah, it doesn't. This is rustic food. It's marvellous. Really squeeze loads and loads of lemon.
You know you can wipe these on your elbows afterwards.
Oh, there you go.
Gets rid of the hard skin.
We don't waste anything here.
It's true.
And then a really good amount.
You and your olive oil.
Extra virgin, of course. Black pepper, a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Going in there. You're a very good assistant, Nadine.
I try.
I like my slaves in the kitchen. And then just mix it all together. So you just get this, stick your nose in there.
And it smells delicious. And also, I noticed that you're right, hardly any cracked wheat compared to all those lovely fresh ingredients.
Really loads and loads of fresh ingredients. Lovely, lovely. And then I like to just have this with some bread or pita bread. One of my favourite things is just to have it with some hummus on the side with some pita bread. Maybe a few black olives. Just pile that onto the plate like that.
This is like a culinary holiday, isn't it, to the Middle East?
It
Fabulous.
is. I mean, just divine. So just over it goes, like that. Then we'll have a little bit of pita bread on the side, some hummus, and perhaps just a few black olives. And there you have got your lovely tabbouleh with all that gorgeous fresh mint.
Now, I have to say that tabbouleh looked delicious.
Well, thank you. You can try some later on. Our final shared ingredient is going to be lemons, and I'm going to be squeezing my lemons dry when I make a lovely pine nut and pasta dish. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be making a World War II setting lotion. Seriously. Obviously, during the war, there was rationing. You couldn't go out and buy cosmetics or beauty products the way we can today. So actually, they were forced to make their own ingredients, and they came up with some of the most fabulous recipes, which I have to say I've borrowed. And I've got a World War II setting lotion here, but you can use it, obviously, we don't set our hair today, but you can use it as a blow-dry lotion. Give your hair more volume and body, and it's so simple. What we've got is roughly that much. It's about 1/5 of a jug of hot water. It's got to be very hot because it's got to dissolve the sugar. To it I'm going to add some sugar, just good old caster sugar. And what that will do is that will give the oomph, the staying power to your hair. Now, flat beer, is there ever any flat beer in your house, Lesley?
Never.
Drunk.
What does the beer do?
It's a classic bodybuilding ingredient for hair. It's often used in beer shampoos.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, 2 tablespoonfuls of flat beer. Now, that's obviously not going to smell too good. You don't want to walk around smelling like a brewery. So I've got lemon essential oil, and you need about 15 drops. It's quite a lot. I'm just going to give it a good shake, okay? And that will just make it smell wonderful. And then you literally mix it up, and the sugar starts to dissolve. But this is the best bit about it. It's so easy to use in place of your everyday mousses and setting lotions. You put it in here, like this. Oh, I'm spilling it.
It's all right, don't worry.
I should have had a funnel there.
Look, you're always making a mess.
I am, it's
clean
true.
It up in a minute.
And then you put the top on like that. Give it a good shake. And then I'm going to go over and set somebody's hair with it.
Good luck.
See you later. Hello, Vikki.
Hello.
How would you describe your hair?
Oh, it's very fine.
Is it quite
Yeah,
fine?
it is.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a setting lotion. You can go away, blow dry your hair and tell me what you think about it. So you literally spray it on like this. That's it. There you go. I'm going to leave you alone with this and your blow dry, and we're going to come back and see how you get on later.
Thank you.
So we've used our homemade setting lotion, we've sprayed it into your hair and you've blow dried it. Vikki, how does it feel?
It's got a lot more body and it's shiny as well.
And it's so easy to use.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Now what are you up to in the kitchen, Lesley?
Well, I'm cooking a lovely pasta dish. This is some pasta which we've just got cooking in the pan.
Right.
It's almost cooked, it needs a couple more minutes. So what I'm going to do now is drop in the broccoli, yeah? And
you're determined to get me eating my greens, aren't you?
I am. Now you can use any green vegetable, yeah? And obviously the smaller you cut the broccoli florets, the quicker they're going to cook. So I'm just going to give that a quick stir. So we've got the lovely broccoli going in there. I'm trying to put it in stalk up, or stalk down, should I say.
Because the stalks
probably are the last thing to cook, yeah? And so that the broccoli flowers sort of just steam. I'm going to put the lid on, which you shouldn't really do, but I need this to come up to temperature very quickly.
Okay.
So we're going to get the lemons sorted out now. So we need a bowl, and what I'd like you to do is to squeeze lots and lots of lemon juice in there.
Fine.
But before I do, actually you can squeeze one, and I need the grated rind from another one. So let's just...
Now, they use lemon a lot in pasta dressings in Italy, don't they? But they don't use it so often over here.
No, and it's funny. I had this dish when I was in Rome, actually.
You're always dropping names.
I'm terrible. But I couldn't believe the simplicity of it and how lovely it was. So just lots of... Because that's really where you get the smell and the flavour from the lemon. It's not really the juice. So get the zest in there. And then I'm going to give you this. What I'd like you to do here is I'd like you to grate me some parmesan.
Fine.
You can just grate it on the plate.
Putting you to work today.
I like to keep you busy. I'm just going to squeeze the rest of the juice in it. And of course, you can always use a lemon squeezer. I just kind of quite like to get in there with me and the lemon. I'm going to take the lid off. If we have a look in here now, it's good not to keep the lid on too long because it will discolour the green vegetables. So that is almost there. Squeeze it out, and the final thing to put in here is a little bit of garlic. So I can either chop that or I've got a garlic crusher. I'm not a great fan of these, but let's just have a go at this.
You have to be strong to use those.
You certainly do. So garlic going in there. I'm going to drain this now because this is now ready. So if you just mind yourself, it's boiling hot, and you'll have a steam bath. Pasta going.
That sounds like the idea for a facial.
All right, so what we're going to do now is put the pan back on the heat, and into the pan we're going to put some of my favourite, extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to put the lemon and
the zest and the garlic.
Yeah, going in there, and then just take that pasta, which is here. It's so simple, this. Chuck it straight in. Very good cooking term, that, chuck.
And now you're going to need your parmesan, aren't you?
Yeah, parmesan going in. So let's have that going in now.
Is that enough for you?
Very good, very good. Parmesan going in. I get so excited
lovely.
at this stage. Mix it all together, and then I want you to arm yourself with peppermill, please, just to finish off. So we'll just pile this onto the plate. Lovely broccoli with parmesan.
Parmesan's just melted, hasn't it?
It's just melting over there. Black pepper going over the top. You're very good at this, you know. And finish off pine nuts. Pine nuts, lemon, parmesan, and broccoli pasta. There you go.
Fabulous.
What are you going to go for?
I'm going to try this. And I have to say, I adore tomatoes, so it's going to be my favourite
And you
dish.
like pasta?
Lovely.
Good.
Really good.
Well, that's all we've got time for today, but tune in again to find out how you can keep yourself looking beautiful by making the most of the ingredients in your kitchen.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.